My passion for videos started back in middle school in 6th grade. And I did like the weather, and I created actually like a video series out of it and did multiple videos per week. And that's why I learned what my passion was. It was connecting the content and the story to people. Padula Media, really the first concept started as a sophomore in high school. I had the idea of starting like drone business, doing photography video with it. And I said, no, I'm too young, I'm not gonna do it. A year later, I was working at an accounting firm, and these two gentlemen wanted to invest in the company and help me with the sales, the process development, etc., because they were both successful business people as it was. They wanted to take 2/3 of the business, and my parents talked me out of it, which was the best decision ever. From there, I started up an LLC when I was 2 months before I was turning 18, so I started my business at 18. The first day in business that I was incorporated as an LLC, that I met with my lawyer, got the documents ready, LLC, Padula Aerial Imaging at the time was the name. That night, created business cards, put together a website, Facebook page, got it going. I think it was 4 months before I actually realized that this thing was possible. And it was one weekend actually that I remember, that's one of the most important weekends it was Padula Aerial Imaging at the time. We did 2 shoots in one day, and I looked at how much money we made off those shoots. I'm like, wow, this could actually make sense to do for a living. And we kept going. It turned into then doing photography. Almost hitting our 2-year anniversary, we did our first commercial, because the company was like, would you do a commercial for us? I'm like, I know how to do video, why not? So I asked a friend of mine to help me on the video, went, filmed it, made no money. I was just looking to get some experience for it. And then that led to doing another one, and another one, and another one. And then people wanted to do it for real estate, and then we had companies do it. The 2nd year anniversary is when I actually left school and decided that this is what I do want to do full time. I knew I wanted to do this full time probably in my senior year of high school, but after that first semester of school and we were doing really, really well, that's when I knew it was time to transition. At that point, I decided this is what I wanted to do with my life, and I had to go work those 80 hours a week just on business. Now that was tough because it went from 40 hours a week with the business, and now I have another 40 hours a week to do what, right? So I had to figure out that other 40 hours, what am I gonna do? So I put all my eggs into this basket of work. And that's when, again, it hasn't even been a year, but that's then when we transitioned into social media. And now social media is the foundation of what we do, because that's how we distribute and connect with people. So as you can tell, my passion from video translated to what I do today. So you look at it all those years ago, how it's still helping me today is pretty cool. That's kind of how the timeline built. It went from nothing, it's literally starting with a few $1,000s in a drone, a couple $1,000s in a drone, to what it is today. No capital, outside capital invested besides my own. I had to chase every piece of business I wanted to get. I didn't have someone who just fed me business. I mean, now I do, but I built that. I didn't really start with much. It took me 4 months to get something going, but it took me about a year to actually get a decent amount of business. But it took 2 years to actually build a business to where it supports me full time and I don't have to go to school full time anymore, to where it makes sense to live on my own and do all that. But that's kind of the general timeline, and we look at where we are today. We have a few national clients, many regional clients, and many clients I'm proud to say that we're partners with. I think we're at a very exciting place. I think that everyone in the company should be excited about where we're going, and that's where we are now. But that's how it started and the quick timeline of how we got here.